Hey guys, today we're back with another Python update. And today on the channel, I would just like to announce that Colt has finally released a video showing the problems and solutions to what was going on with my Python and multiple others. So guys, stay tuned for this one. Alright guys, we're back. Once again today, I would just like to announce to all my viewers and subscribers that Colt has released a video, if you haven't seen it yet, stating all the problems and solutions to how they're going to fix the Python's, malfunctions that they've been having. That being said, they actually went over 4 very good points in the video, and we'll go ahead and talk about every bit of it right now. The first big point is with the light primer strikes. As you all know, I had very bad light primer strikes of Fiocchi ammo and arms core, and they also stated that in their own testing facilities that they could reliably be having the exactly same problem that I was having with having light primer strikes with harder primered ammunition or not ammunition made in the United States. Actually, they stated that they wanted the Python to be able to shoot SAMI certified ammo, and that be pretty much it. But they also stated that they wanted it to be able to shoot a multiple other different variety of ammo, and that they're going to be making sure that it will be able to reliably. That being said, what they're going to be doing is modifying the mainspring and probably making it a little bit heavier, so whenever you're actually pulling the trigger, it will go bang every time instead of click like with me. But they still stated that it will be between 7 and 9 pounds on the trigger, so I'm very glad about that. I'm glad that they're going to be replacing this and not just, saying that if you use a little bit lesser priced ammo that you're just going to be, I guess you would say, out of luck. But like I said, I'm very glad that they're doing this, and that's for the first big point. And I don't think they're actually going to be changing the way the mainspring looks. I just think they're going to be pretty much putting a more heavier one in there. So I'm glad to hear this. Going on to the second point, and this was one that probably caught more people's eye than anything, was the cylinder not turning. They actually told me like I stated in the last video, that the reason it was doing this was because the side plate was not screwed down tight enough, and it was a little bit loose and not holding enough pressure on the hand to spin the cylinder whenever you would pull the trigger. It was hard to imagine that or visualize it whenever they first told me that, because like I said, I've never opened up the side of a Python, one of the new ones, and I've never looked at the internals. I wasn't sure how they was built and everything else. But like he said in the video, whenever you have pressure off of that hand, and the tolerances are so tight that it will go out of battery and it will not catch whenever you're sitting there pulling the trigger. So pretty much the solution to it will be putting better screws in the actual Python, so to keep this from happening anymore. And I think they said they're going to be using a double thread screw and some other stuff. And they also said that any Python that they receive from the factory or receive from anybody will be tested and checked to make sure that there's no damage to any of the arms or anything like that, or the hand in the Python. So I'm glad about that too. Going on to the third point, they have announced and said that you can safely shoot or you can safely dry fire the Python. That being said, I kind of always knew that it was going to be safe to dry fire where it's a transfer bar system, and that's what they also said, was that it was safe because it was a transfer bar system and not like a old Smith & Wesson where the actual pin is on the hammer. So it will not hurt the gun at all, and I'm glad to hear that, because if you can dry fire a gun multiple times, you're more than likely to be able to see when it's going to fall and be able to, get more used to the gun itself. So that will be a good thing for training and everything like that. So I'm glad they told us that, because I am knowing a lot of people online that actually own the Python, the new one, wasn't wanting to dry fire because I was afraid it would hurt it. Going on to the next point, they actually said that the main visual problem that they was having with the python, such as the crown, was going to be has already been fixed and everything else, and no more pythons were leaving the factory with the crown messed up. Even though it was not a performance issue, it was a visible issue. But they said that they're fixing all them and trying to get all of them that was messed up, rounded up, and sent back to the factory and fixed. So I'm glad to hear that too. But the only thing that I'm having problems with out of all the stuff, all the great stuff that they said today, was that I wish they would have kind of give us an idea of, how many pythons or what serial date or serial number on the pythons are going to be the ones that they haven't fixed and the ones that they begin putting the new fixes in, or new parts in. And the reason I say that is because, in 4, 5, 6, 7 years, whenever these pythons will be more available and people can start trading them and selling them, whatever else, I just wonder, will there become a actual number to say, like, hey, number PY0001 to 2500 or 3000 or whatever else wasn't fixed, and you probably need to send that in if you own it, or they'll put a certain stamp on it showing that they fixed it, and the rest of them from this number on will have the modifications already in them from factory. I hope that they release that information pretty soon, and I think they will. I'm for their cause, even because, like, if you receive a new python and you're like, well, did this one have the new fixes in it? Because you visually can't tell unless you open it up and look at it, and I don't even think that you could be able to tell then. But like I said, I think they'll tell pretty soon that, so I ain't worried about that at all. But another thing, they said if you have any problems at all out of any of these, send it back to them and they will fix it 100% and send it back to you. And I think, really being honest with you guys, that's the main reason that they kept my python for as long as they did, is because they probably needed it to figure out what was going on with it and how they was going to fix it and see how mine come out and all that. And I think that's probably why they had it so long, is because they was needing to figure out the problem and solution and implement it and start mass producing these new parts and fixing them. So guys, I'm pretty much, as you would say, on cloud 9 after hearing some of this information, and I'm looking very forward to receiving my python next week. And I have more confidence in it now than I did whenever I first got it, being honest with you guys. And I really cannot wait to receive this gun and get it out here and test it and see if what Colt has done has fixed it, which I really think it will. But guys, appreciate y'all viewing. Like and subscribe for more gun reviews. And if you have any questions or comments on any of this, please leave it in space below. Check out my Facebook page. Just type in Golden Webb on Facebook and it will pop up. Check out my Instagram page, goldenwebb_YT. That stands for YouTube. But guys, I appreciate y'all viewing. Thank you once again for everything, and I will see you all in the next video.